name is Yuri Kasdorp from Mouse, and we're back with another track guide. And this time we are at a very wet Nurburgring GP course. So there's a high chance of rain, not 100%. It can not rain in the week, but high chance of rain. So we're preparing that. We got a car that works well in both conditions. In the Ferrari, very good in the dry, still pretty good in the wet. And we have to be careful for a couple things driving around in the wet here. But the line in the wet might surprise you. So without further ado, let's get into it and see how we drive in the wet here. Alright, so here we are, end of the lap. And it's quite wet. The white lines are very slippery, but there's not quite puddles on the curbs. So the curbs will be very slippery. We need to generally stay off of them, but we can still do most of the racing line. We don't have to avoid the rubber part of the track that much yet. And the Ferrari should be a good car in both the wet and the dry. Maybe not the best car in the wet, but it's a good choice for both. Turn 1, you need to be just very careful. The rear likes to step out. Careful on the throttle everywhere. And just in general be patient around the lap. Any sliding will slow you down. The rear will start to step out quite easily. So here as well, just very safe on the racing line. Careful over the white line there. Same on the right side here. That white line will be deadly, so we're braking not quite on the white line. It's very safe on the racing line. You avoid the curb and exit there. It's going to be very slippery. Avoid the white line on entry there. Losing the rear a tiny bit on entry. I'm trying to focus on a good exit. And same here, we avoid the curb on the entry. We can drive over it in the middle as long as we hold our wheels straight. We have to make sure we don't slide. And then the same thing here. On the entry, try to avoid the white line everywhere. Slowly turning in. And you can take the curbs on the exit or the apex as long as you have your wheels straight already. I could slide a bit there. Same here, we avoid the white line on the right side. But then we take the curbs through the chicane. Avoid the curb on the left side. And take it easy in the last corner, slowly bringing on the power. Again, avoiding the curb on the exit. And that's the lap in the wet around the Nurburgring. So let's have a look from the outside to have a closer look. I won't go too much into the braking points on this guide because it depends a lot how much track grip there is. If there's a tiny bit more track grip, immediately you can brake quite a lot later, and the track will be different session to session, and it will also evolve in the session. So while you're racing, try to look where the grip is and how much you can push throughout the lap. We'll go over just the lines. Turn 1, you want to brake as much in the straight line as you can. So try to turn a bit while you're still on throttle. And then after you got the car straight, so I've got my car straight here, pointing to the outside in a straight line. So not here and then need to take the corner in the wet while braking. Pointing a straight line to this point and just brake at around 150. Again, where that braking point is will depend on how the track conditions are. And just slowly take it into the corner. We're just taking the racing line. If you go too fast on this elevation change here, the rear tends to step out, especially in a Ferrari. So I'm trying to take it very easy here. Not go all the way wide here in this case. If it's a bit drier, you can take all the way wide and the rear won't step out as much. Just get the car straight as quick as you can. Turn 2, you just have to be very patient, low on the inputs here. And the same actually for the whole first section, just low on the inputs, make sure the rear doesn't step out. And even drive a bit over the curb on the inside here, curb on the inside here as well. And then one thing I try to do is either stay on the track or go straight over this white line and a bit of curb here, so there's a bit more grip there again. What you want to avoid is coming out of the corner and placing your left side tires exactly on this white line, because the white lines are very, very slippery when it's wet. So what I try to do here, the moment I get to this curb here, have the wheel straight, go over it and make sure that my left side tires are on this side to grip back up again. And then the normal racing line here is placing your right side tires on the white line here. It's very, very slippery. So you need to go a bit further to the inside. Just brake early. Again, the rear tends to step out here. And slowly through the corner here. You don't want to end up all the way on the right side. You want to end up a bit in the middle or on the left side. And again, slowly in the corner here, patient. Here, I'm looking for traction. So even though I can hold the wheel straight on the curb, because I need traction, the rear doesn't immediately grip up. I like to stay off the curb. On the curb, there will be a lot less grip and a lot less traction for the car, even though you could take the corner a tiny bit faster. And again, avoid the white lines on the entry. We don't want to go on the curb on the entry here. Just close to it. Went a tiny bit in too fast here, so you see immediately the rear starts to step out. This is one corner where the line through the corner doesn't matter that much. You can hug the inside or you can go a bit wide and focus on the exit because of the camber in the corner. So you have to see where the grip is during the race and where the other cars are driving if the track is drying up a bit. And again, close to the white line without Yuri on the curb here. The curb will be way too slippery. Same to the inside. And then here, because we're not looking for traction as much anymore, for much higher speed, we're probably fourth gear here, we can go straight over this curb and you'll feel the rear start to wobble a bit. So what I like to do is go off the throttle a tiny bit, but take that more speed over the curb here if you're comfortable with it. I bring the car to the right side. Again, normally you brake over the white line here onto the curb. It's too slippery now, so you brake close to the curb. And then middle of the corner, I'm still taking the curb, again, because I'm not on the throttle at all. Turning, and the car can step out a tiny bit going off of it, but the line you take through the corner is so much better that I think it's still worth taking the curb on the inside here. And then again, normally you go on the white line, we avoid the white line in entry. Same stuff really. And then on the exit again, we're not looking for traction as much here. We're already higher speed, so once we got the car straight or almost straight, we can use this curb on the exit here. Then we got the kink in the back straight, which for some reason is very, very wet. You can see a lot of standing water here. It's still flat, but you have to be careful and try to hold the wheel straight because the car can start looking for grip there. Last chicane, we want to brake between the 50 and 100, and again just avoiding the white line on the entry, keeping it third gear. Not many inputs here because we want to take the curbs to have a better line through the corners. There's not much grip there, so try to make sure that the wheels not turn too much, and we don't have too much either brake or throttle input while we're still on the curb. We do the same thing here. So the moment I'm full throttle here, the moment I want to go back on the curb, I'm going off the throttle to make sure I'm not asking too much from the car. And then when I'm going off the curb again, we can go back on power. Again, avoid the white line in the entry. Just easy into the last corner. Looking for traction here on the last corner. So we want to again avoid the curb on the exit if we're looking for traction. That's the lap around Nurburgring GP course in the wet. Right, so there we go. Tricky lap guide. Tricky week I think ahead. But should be fun to race. Good overtaking. Mixed conditions. So not always wet, not always dry. And I wish everyone good luck in the week. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And I will see everyone for the next one.